Mia sat by the window, watching the rain tap gently against the glass. She had just moved to a new city, hoping for a fresh start. Everything felt different here. The streets were busier, the air smelled of coffee and fresh bread, and the people seemed to be in a hurry. She had taken a job at a small bookstore downtown. Books had always been her escape, her comfort. The store was cozy, with wooden shelves filled with stories from around the world. Mia loved how peaceful it felt there. One afternoon, while arranging books on a shelf, she heard a soft voice behind her. "Excuse me, do you have any recommendations for a good novel?" Mia turned around and saw a woman standing there. She had short, wavy brown hair and warm, kind eyes. She was wearing a simple black dress and a silver necklace. There was something about her presence that made Mia's heart race. Yes. What kind of story do you like?" Mia asked, trying to stay calm. "I love romance," the woman said, smiling. "Something deep, something real." Mia thought for a moment and then picked up a book. "This one is beautiful. It's about love, but not just any love. Love that changes your life." The woman took the book from Mia's hands and read the title. "That sounds perfect." She looked up and smiled again. "By the way, I'm Olivia." Mia hesitated for a second before replying, "I'm Mia. Nice to meet you." As Olivia paid for the book, she glanced at Mia. "Do you like coffee? There's a cafe next door. Maybe you could tell me more about the book over a cup of coffee." Mia felt a sudden warmth in her chest. It was unexpected. It was exciting. "Sure," she said, trying to hide her nervousness. And just like that, Mia and Olivia walked into the cafe together, not knowing that this simple moment would change their lives forever. Part 2. A spark in the air. The cafe was warm and smelled of fresh coffee and cinnamon. Mia and Olivia found a quiet corner near the window. Outside, the rain had slowed to a gentle drizzle, making the city look soft and dreamy. As they sat down, Olivia smiled. "So, Mia, tell me, what's your story?" Mia hesitated. It wasn't often that someone asked about her, really wanting to know her. "Well, I just moved here. I wanted a new beginning, a place where I could be myself." Olivia nodded. "That sounds familiar. I moved here 2 years ago for the same reason. It's not easy, is it?" Mia shook her head. "No, but books help. They make me feel understood." Olivia sipped her coffee. "That's beautiful. I feel the same way about music. When I listen to a song that really speaks to me, it's like the world finally makes sense." They talked for hours about books, music, childhood memories, and dreams. Mia found herself laughing more than she had in a long time. Olivia's eyes sparkled when she spoke, and Mia couldn't help but be drawn to her. As the cafe started to close, Olivia glanced at her watch. "I should probably go, but I'd love to see you again." Mia's heart raced. She wanted that too, more than she had expected. "Me too," she said softly. Olivia reached into her bag and took out a small notebook. She wrote something down, tore the page, and handed it to Mia. "My number," Olivia said with a playful smile. "Text me." Mia took the paper, feeling a rush of happiness. "I will." As Olivia walked out into the night, Mia sat there for a moment, holding the small piece of paper. Something about this meeting felt different, like the start of something special. She smiled to herself and whispered, "A new beginning, indeed." Part 3. The first step. That night, Mia lay in bed, staring at her phone. Olivia's number was saved in her contacts, but she hadn't texted yet. She wanted to, but what would she say? After a deep breath, she typed, "Hey, Olivia, it's Mia. I really enjoyed today. Hope you got home safely." She hit send before she could overthink. A few seconds later, her phone buzzed. "Olivia, hey, Mia. I was hoping you'd text. I had a great time too. Maybe we can meet again soon." Mia smiled. "Mia, I'd love that. When are you free?" A few messages later, they planned to meet on Sunday at the park. Mia felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. What was this feeling? Friendship or something more? Sunday morning, a walk in the park. The sun was bright, and the air smelled of fresh flowers. Mia arrived early and found a bench under a big oak tree. She watched families, joggers, and couples passing by. Then she spotted Olivia. She was wearing a light blue dress, her hair falling in soft waves over her shoulders. Mia felt her heart skip a beat. "Hey, you're early," Olivia said, sitting beside her. Mia laughed. "I didn't want to be late." They walked along the path, talking about everything and nothing. Olivia pointed out silly things: a dog chasing its tail, a kid trying to catch a butterfly. And Mia laughed more than she had in weeks. After a while, they sat on the grass, looking at the sky. Olivia lay back and closed her eyes. "I love days like this. Simple, peaceful." Mia hesitated, then lay down beside her. The grass was cool, the sky endless. She turned her head slightly and saw Olivia smiling at her. "You make me feel comfortable, Mia," Olivia said softly. "Like I don't have to pretend." Mia's heart warmed. "Me too." For a moment, they just lay there, breathing in the fresh air, feeling something unspoken between them, something real. Neither of them said it, but they both knew. This was the beginning of something beautiful. Part 4. A feeling too strong to ignore. As Mia and Olivia lay on the grass, the world around them seemed to fade. The laughter of children, the distant bark of a dog, the rustling of the wind. It all became background noise to the quiet connection they shared in that moment. Mia turned her head slightly, looking at Olivia. There was something about the way the sunlight touched her face, making her eyes shine even brighter. "You know," Olivia said softly, still staring at the sky, "I don't usually open up to people so quickly. But with you, it feels different." Mia felt her heart flutter. "I feel the same way." A comfortable silence followed, but inside, Mia's mind was racing. Was she overthinking? Was Olivia feeling the same way she was? Finally, Olivia sat up and brushed the grass off her dress. "Come on, let's walk a little more." They wandered through the park, stopping occasionally to admire flowers or laugh at funny-shaped clouds. It was effortless, natural, like they had known each other forever. As the sun started to set, they found a small cafe near the park and decided to sit for a while. The place was cozy, filled with the smell of fresh pastries. While sipping her tea, Olivia suddenly looked serious. "Mia, Can I ask you something? Mia nodded. Of course. Have you ever been in love? The question caught Mia off guard. She hesitated before answering. I don't know. I've had crushes, relationships, but love? Real love? I'm not sure. Olivia smiled softly. I get that. Love is complicated. Mia wanted to ask Olivia the same question, but something in Olivia's eyes told her that maybe she already knew the answer. As they left the cafe, Olivia walked a little closer to Mia, their hands brushing lightly. Neither of them moved away. When they reached the street where they had to part ways, Olivia turned to Mia with a small smile. I had a really good time today. Me too, Mia said, her voice barely above a whisper. For a second, Olivia hesitated. Then she leaned in and placed a soft, gentle kiss on Mia's cheek. Mia felt her breath catch. The warmth of Olivia's lips stayed on her skin even after she pulled away. Good night, Mia, Olivia whispered, before turning and walking away. Mia stood frozen for a moment, touching her cheek. Something had changed, and she knew. This was no longer just friendship. This was something much deeper. Part 5. A Heart That Can't Lie. Mia walked home in a daze, her fingers still resting on the spot where Olivia had kissed her. It had been just a small moment, a soft touch, a gentle warmth, but it had changed everything. That night, she lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. Her heart was racing, but this time, it wasn't from nervousness. It was something else, something she couldn't ignore anymore. She picked up her phone and typed a message. Mia, tonight was amazing. I can't stop thinking about it. She hesitated before sending it. Would Olivia think she was being too forward? Was she reading too much into things? But before she could overthink, she pressed send. A few moments later, her phone lit up. Olivia. Me too, Mia. I haven't felt this way in a long time. Mia felt her heart skip a beat. She typed quickly. Mia. What way? The 3 little dots appeared, showing Olivia was typing. Mia held her breath. Olivia. Like I've met someone I don't want to lose. Mia's hands trembled slightly as she read those words. She had spent so long running from her own feelings, afraid of what they might mean. But with Olivia, she didn't feel scared. She felt safe. Mia, I feel the same way. A moment passed. Then Olivia's reply came. Olivia, can I see you tomorrow? Mia didn't even have to think about it. Mia, yes, of course. She placed her phone on the nightstand and hugged her pillow, a smile forming on her lips. For the first time in a long time, she wasn't confused. She wasn't scared. She was just happy. And she knew this was just the beginning. Part 6. A Confession Under the Stars. The next evening, Mia stood in front of the mirror, adjusting her hair for the 10th time. She had no idea why she was so nervous. It wasn't their first time meeting, but tonight felt different. She grabbed her phone and checked Olivia's message again. Olivia, meet me at the rooftop cafe at 7. I have something to tell you. Her heart raced as she made her way to the cafe. When she arrived, she spotted Olivia immediately. She was sitting at a table near the edge, overlooking the city lights. The warm glow of lanterns made her look even more beautiful. Mia walked over, and Olivia looked up with a smile. Hey, you made it. Of course, Mia said, sitting across from her. For a while, they talked like always, about books, music, silly things that made them laugh. But Mia could sense there was something on Olivia's mind. Finally, Olivia took a deep breath. Mia, there's something I need to say. Mia's heart pounded. What is it? Olivia hesitated, then looked straight into Mia's eyes. I think I like you more than a friend. Mia felt her breath catch. Olivia's hands were shaking slightly as she continued. I don't want to pretend it's nothing. I don't want to push it away. When I'm with you, I feel different, happier, like I can be myself. Mia stared at Olivia, her mind spinning. The words she had been afraid to say, Olivia had just spoken them aloud. Slowly, Mia reached across the table and took Olivia's hand in hers. I feel the same way, she whispered. Olivia's eyes widened. You do? Mia nodded, squeezing her hand. I do. A slow smile spread across Olivia's face, full of relief and happiness. The city lights twinkled around them, but in that moment, nothing else mattered. Neither of them knew where this journey would lead, but they knew one thing for sure. This was real, and they were ready to take the next step together. Part 7. Holding hands, holding hearts, Mia and Olivia sat there, holding hands, feeling the warmth between them. The city lights sparkled, but Mia only noticed Olivia's smile. I was scared to tell you, Olivia admitted, looking down. I didn't want to lose you. Mia gently squeezed Olivia's hand. You won't lose me, she said softly. I was scared too. Olivia looked up, her eyes shining. So, what now? Mia smiled. Let's just enjoy this, one day at a time. They decided to take a walk before going home. The streets were quiet, the air cool. As they walked, Olivia hesitated for a moment, then slowly reached for Mia's hand again. Mia felt her heart race, but she didn't pull away. Instead, she held Olivia's hand tighter. It felt right. It felt safe. After a while, they reached Mia's apartment. They stood there, not wanting the night to end. I had a wonderful time, Olivia said softly. Me too, Mia whispered. For a moment, they just stood there, looking at each other. Then, Olivia took a small step forward and gently hugged Mia. Mia closed her eyes, feeling Olivia's warmth. Good night, Mia, Olivia said as she pulled away. Good night, Olivia, Mia replied, smiling. As Olivia walked away, Mia touched her own hand, still feeling Olivia's warmth. She knew now. This was just the beginning of something beautiful. Part 8. A New Feeling. The next morning, Mia woke up with a smile. She replayed last night in her mind. Olivia's words, her touch, the way her heart had raced. She picked up her phone and sent a message. Mia, good morning, Olivia. A minute later, her phone buzzed. Olivia, good morning, beautiful. Mia's cheeks turned warm. She had never been called that before. As the day passed, they texted often, small jokes, little moments from their day. Mia felt happier than she had in a long time. That evening, Olivia sent a message. Olivia, are you free tonight? Let's do something fun. Mia, of course. What do you have in mind? Olivia, it's a surprise. Meet me at the park at 7. Mia felt a rush of excitement. She quickly got ready, choosing a simple but nice outfit. When she reached the park, Olivia was already there, holding something behind her back. "You're here," Olivia said, smiling. "What's the surprise?" Mia asked, curious. Olivia pulled out 2 ice cream cones. "I didn't know your favorite flavor, so I guessed." Mia laughed and took the cone. "You guessed right." They walked around the park, enjoying their ice cream, talking about everything. Olivia made silly jokes, and Mia couldn't stop laughing. After a while, they sat on a bench, watching the sky turn orange as the sun set. Mia felt peaceful, happy. She turned to Olivia, and without thinking said, "I really like being with you." Olivia looked at her, her eyes soft. "I like being with you too, Mia." They sat there in silence for a while, their shoulders touching lightly. No words were needed. Mia knew this feeling was special, and she didn't want it to end. Part 9. A moment to remember. Mia and Olivia sat quietly on the park bench, watching the sky change colors. The warm orange faded into pink, then soft purple. The air was cool, but Mia felt warm inside. She glanced at Olivia, who was smiling at the horizon. Mia wanted to say something, but her heart was beating too fast. Instead, she simply enjoyed the moment. After a while, Olivia turned to her. "Mia, can I ask you something?" "Of course," Mia said. "Do you believe in love?" Olivia's voice was soft, almost nervous. Mia thought for a moment. "I used to think love was just a story in books, something people talk about but never really feel." She paused, looking at Olivia. "But now, I think I'm starting to believe in it." Olivia's eyes met Mia's, and a small smile formed on her lips. "Me too." A gentle breeze passed by, making Olivia shiver slightly. Without thinking, Mia reached for her hand. Their fingers intertwined naturally, as if they had always fit together. They sat like that for a long time, holding hands, feeling the quiet connection between them. No words were needed. Finally, Olivia whispered, "I think this is the happiest I've been in a long time." Mia squeezed her hand. "Me too." They both knew this was not just a friendship. This was something deeper, something real, and neither of them wanted to let it go. Part 10. The first kiss. Mia and Olivia sat together, their hands still gently holding each other. The park had become quiet, with only the sound of the wind rustling through the trees. The world felt small, just the two of them, lost in the moment. Olivia turned to Mia, her eyes searching for something. "Mia, can I tell you something?" Mia nodded, feeling her heart race. "Of course." Olivia hesitated for a second, then took a deep breath. "I think I'm falling for you." Mia's breath caught. The words filled her heart with warmth. She had felt it too, but hearing Olivia say it made everything real. Mia smiled softly. "I think I'm falling for you too." A gentle silence followed. The air between them felt different, full of something unspoken, but understood. Then, slowly, Olivia leaned closer. Mia didn't move away. She closed her eyes, and in the next moment, she felt Olivia's lips softly touch hers. The kiss was gentle, warm, and full of emotion. It wasn't rushed or uncertain. It felt right, like it was meant to happen. When they pulled away, Olivia smiled shyly. "I've wanted to do that for a while." Mia laughed softly, her cheeks warm. "Me too." They sat there for a while, hands still intertwined, smiles on their faces. This was love, and it was just the beginning. Part 11. A new chapter. The days after their first kiss were filled with a kind of happiness Mia had never felt before. Every text, every phone call, every moment with Olivia felt like a new chapter in a book she never wanted to end. They met almost every day, whether it was for a quick walk, a coffee at their favorite cafe, or a late-night chat under the stars. Every time they were together, the world seemed to fade away. It was just them. One afternoon, they sat at a park bench, watching children run around and families enjoy the day. Mia leaned her head on Olivia's shoulder, feeling completely at peace. Olivia smiled softly, her hand gently resting on Mia's. "You know, Mia, I've never felt this way before." Mia looked up at her. "What way?" "Like I found something real," Olivia said. "I don't want this to end. I don't want to go back to being alone." Mia's heart fluttered at her words. "You don't have to be alone. Not anymore." Olivia turned her head, meeting Mia's gaze. "I mean it, Mia. I really want to be with you. I'm ready to give this a chance. Whatever happens, I want to face it together." Mia smiled, feeling tears well up in her eyes. "I feel the same. I want this too." They sat there for a while, just holding hands, sharing a comfortable silence. They both knew there were still challenges ahead, but in that moment, nothing felt impossible. Their love was new, but it was real. And that was all that mattered. Part 12. A new promise. Mia and Olivia had been inseparable for months now. Their love had grown stronger with each passing day, and as the seasons changed, so did their relationship. What started as a friendship had blossomed into something beautiful and undeniable. One evening, as they sat together on the balcony of Mia's apartment, the cool breeze brushing against their faces, Olivia turned to Mia with a soft, thoughtful expression. "Mia," she said quietly, her voice filled with warmth. "I've been thinking a lot lately." Mia looked at her, her heart beating faster. "What's on your mind?" "I know we've only been together for a short time, but I feel like we've built something real," Olivia continued, her voice steady but filled with emotion. "And I don't want to let that go. I want to make a promise to you." Mia's breath caught in her throat, her heart full of anticipation. "A promise?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. Olivia smiled softly. "I promise to always be here for you, through the good times and the bad. I promise to listen when you need someone to talk to hold your hand when you're scared, and to laugh with you when we're happy. I promise to love you every day, in all the ways I know how. And no matter what happens, I will always be by your side." Mia felt tears well up in her eyes. She hadn't expected such a beautiful promise, but it was everything she had ever wanted. Without thinking, she pulled Olivia into a tight hug. "I promise the same," Mia whispered, her voice shaky with emotion. "I promise to always be here for you. I love you, Olivia." "I love you too," Olivia replied, holding her close. As they stood there, wrapped in each other's arms, they both knew that no matter what the future held, they had something special, something that couldn't be broken. The world around them was quiet, but in that moment, it felt like everything had fallen into place. They had made a promise, and they were ready to keep it.